Hello, everyone, and welcome to Are You Being Gentle with Your Mental with Jessthabess. This episode is called Reset. I mean, how many of you guys are listening right now when you've been doing some self reflecting, possibly this week, this month, or even this year, and you're like, all right, it's time to hit the reset button? Well, that's where I'm at, y'all. I hit the reset button in the beginning of the year before we knew all this drama was going to hit us, and I don't regret it. It was finally up to me to see the change that I wanted to see in myself, not my family, not my peers, or even my associates or loved ones, but me. And my determination, my knowledge, and my self compassion really got me here. You know, when you have those moments when you're just like, all right, enough is enough. When are you finally going to change? And I really had my mind shift, y'all. At the beginning of this year, I set my intentions. It was the sunrise for December 31st when I wrote out my intentions and was like, you know what? This year is going to be different for me. It's a decade since I've graduated high school, been doing a lot of self-reflecting and the transition that really got me here, but I knew I had to hit the reset button before moving forward on my dreams and my goals. So I finally got the courage to start building my business. I'm literally a businesswoman within the pandemic. I made it, y'all. And I know so many other amazing women also that have had the courage to begin their business. And I just want to congratulate you. Like, yes. Even to the men, too. Anyone that has been following their dreams and haven't given up this year, please clap it up right now for yourself. Don't let a day go by where you doubt yourself, because this is only the beginning. And I remember when it was the beginning for me, when I first actually had the idea of my business, Just Be You, man, and that's when I should have really hit the reset button. But woo, was I playing games still and really actually not being gentle with myself or my situations. And so I really want to take you guys back to when it was post-college for me. Post-college was different for me because I dealt with many struggles of figuring out what was going to be the next plan for me. I think I was so focused on graduating that I didn't have all that planned out and was kind of just going with the flow of things, proofs, and different creative fields that I wanted to experience. And I just really lacked the discipline to stay committed. To be honest, I found myself being too comfortable with what I had and I didn't seek my full desires. So me fasting really came as a reminder to begin the inner work that would be beneficial towards my future self. It was like planting the seed and beginning the stages of nurturing the soil. And each year I watered it as I began a 21-day fast. And I'm really proud because to this day, I still begin these rituals that elevate my mind, body, and soul. And during my childhood, I didn't get to experience these practices. My childhood for me was being raised in two different cultures and two different households with beliefs while trying to prove myself to my father, and struggled with communicating in spaces of love and understanding. While on the other hand, my mother worked so hard to provide a house over our head, food and clothes for us, and her presence was missed, and I grew up seeking to be independent during high school. I grew up in a dysfunctional environment, but I knew it was God's grace that kept me sane and gave me survival tips to thrive. Mindfulness wasn't practiced in my household. The way that we communicated, caused mental abuse that still triggers me as an adult. At times, I didn't even feel valued because I was cut off. I struggled with expressing myself. That led me to journaling. I would spill my heart out and release my truths and deepest secrets there. I'm thankful for my mother for teaching me ways to build my relationship with God. She was actually the one that gave me journals for my birthday, and I could just remember just writing in them and really writing to God and talking to Him, and really loved taking notes with sermons that I would get. I called my reflection pieces actually Bible talk, and I still have those writings, and it really shows the growth I've had from dark places in my life, because going to therapy or having a wellness center was not in my neighborhood. Seeking clarity from God and being still really guided me. So now as an adult, I really carry these practices that gave me the ability to rise up. And with the mental abuse that I dealt with in my childhood, I'm really glad I became open to forgive. I really had to first begin with myself for not being mindful or accepting things that I took in the wrong context, or for the fact that my parents weren't aware of the damage that they were causing. And I really want to make sure that the parents that are listening to this podcast right now to be more mindful when you're speaking to your kids, because the language that's carried in your household will then be carried through their conversations, and you just always want to make sure that you're either coming to them in a space of love, or you could tell them just, maybe taking more practice of patience and just saying, I'll get back to you when I have a clearer mind. Or if you're frustrated and you're going to say something that you don't really mean, right? With saying what you mean and meaning what you say, because it really helps you be intentional throughout your day. And that really helped me also, with something when I'm fasting, whatever I put my mind to, I'm going to do it. And I really began choosing this lifestyle at a young age, high school to be exact. I cut out red meat and pork in my diet, and that was really hard because I didn't come from a family of vegan, vegetarian, or even pescatarians. They're now accepting, better eating choices, and I'm really proud of my mom for actually joining the journey with me as well, as I'm a vegetarian currently. And I'd always been goal oriented and really became consciously aware of what I was putting into my body, and my goal is to be vegan by 30. I just really want to be putting things in my body that actually helps me retain energy and move at a better pace in my life. As I now walk in life with a heart full of gratitude and awareness, I'm able to be of a young age with wisdom and knowledge, and it helps me to unlock the fear I actually had with starting my own business. That's why I had to hit the reset button this year, because I wanted to walk more in faith and really start going after my dreams, my wildest dreams at that. I would be up at like 2 in the morning with just so much clarity from God that He would give me these visions, and I just never had the action plan, just to set out and really begin my business. So this year I really focused on what I was doing, where I was placing my energy, and I actually am so thankful that I had discernment at a young age, because I continued to take trainings to build my leadership skills up, to build my knowledge and apply it to my life. And when I start doing that, I actually start getting little hints of just resources. And just to let you guys know that resources are out there. You are going to have to do the work to find them out. And that's what I had did recently this year, before even COVID hit on a pandemic level. I was actually a part of this cohort that led me to the program called It's Your Time. And they actually help you build out your business plan. And so I took the first like 3 to 4 months of this year and really applied myself while in quarantine. I just stuck to my vision and knew that this was a part of the plan, and was like, all right, this is the time for me to really seek what I want to do and find the answers and really take this time to build myself up. And I did that. And you guys, I basically became a businesswoman in the pandemic. I mean, I want to definitely shout out to all the other women that were a part of this cohort as well, and to the men out there too that are just following your dreams and not giving up just because of what the world is going on. I definitely am so proud of you. If nobody has told you, and even if you haven't told me, know that somebody's rooting for you, and that's me. And being in this position really helps me because I did grow up in a family that, just were really hustlers and dedicated to becoming an entrepreneur, not working for the white man, they would say, and just putting their own dreams on the forefront of things and going after it. And so that really inspired me, and I think it still is keeping me going at this moment. Of course, this is my first year of launching my business, but it's been 3 years in the making of just the ideas and spreading it out to what it would really become like. And I'm really proud of where I am, and I'm just excited for starting some of my dreams. I would like to end with an affirmation, and it states, I am wholeheartedly committed. Once I hit the reset button, I had to implement affirmations within my week to make sure I stay grounded and sane within my journey. And I'm wishing you all the same. I encourage you to be intentional about your choices and move with faith. Thank you for tuning in to another episode with Jessthabess. Let me know if anything resonated with you on my IG. You can send me a DM or even my email, which is in the notes. And even though we're in hard times and challenging moments of our life, stay safe and move in a place of love and be gentle with your mental.